Hi, welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. In a good mood today. Couple of reasons why as well. First of all, I'm heading out to Florida. Been packing all my bags and everything, ready to hit Florida. Can't wait to get out there and link up with all the Gooners out there. The American Gooners are brilliant, and of course, massive two games coming up for our pre-season. Orlando FC on Wednesday, and then on Saturday, the big one against Chelsea. And the other reason why I'm really, really buzzing, because it is, virtually done. Arsenal have made another signing, and then it is Alexander Zinchenko. He has signed for Arsenal. Well, listen, I'm saying he signed. It's all but done. Everything has been agreed between his representatives and Arsenal. Everything has been agreed between Manchester City and Arsenal. A deal done for £30 million, said to be also about £2 million in add-ons, according to David Ornstein. And he's going to get a contract till 2026. That's a 4-year contract. It's going to get wrapped up really, really soon. Could even be in the next day or so, because Zinchenko is actually out in the United States at the moment with Manchester City. So there's talk that they're trying to get the medical done and get him announced so that he can play, hopefully, in the friendly at the weekend against Chelsea. And that would be absolutely brilliant. Listen, I think it's an absolutely fantastic signing. We needed somebody who was going to play as a backup left back in case there's injuries to Kieran Tierney. Actually, you know what? I say backup. Somebody who's going to really offer some serious competition to Kieran Tierney. I'm not too sure that Zinchenko will look on it and say, well, I'm coming in as backup. Zinchenko's going to be looking at it and saying, well, I'm coming in to get the spot. So, bodes well. We need a good squad. And I think it's a fantastic signing. Actually, interestingly, I'd like to ask you guys, where do you think Zinchenko is going to play? Because there's been a lot of suggestions that he could play as a midfielder. He does play in that position for the Ukraine. Very good in that position, a central player. But where do you guys think he'll play? Do you think he'll play centrally or left back? I was talking with James about this yesterday, and I think his position is going to be as mainly as a left back, but can also fill in that centre midfield position if required. But I think it's a really shrewd signing. He's Premier League ready. He's played in the Premier League. His experience. He's won everything in the Premier League. The Premier League title, the FA Cup, the League Cup. He's done it all. He's always been an integral part of that Manchester City team, a trusted player. He's a leader on the pitch. He's the captain of Ukraine. I mean, for £30 million, an absolute steal. I was on Twitter last night and I saw a couple of Tottenham fans saying, you know what? Them lot over there, they've got a good signing, you know what I mean? And when you see them saying that, you know. It was a great signing for Arsenal. I know he was after Lisandro Martinez to begin, well, not to begin with. He was the one, we was after, we were talking about Zinchenko, and then we turned all our attentions to Lisandro Martinez. But for me, this makes more sense. I know Lisandro Martinez could also have covered that centre-back position, but as an out-and-out player who can play at left-back and in that midfield, Zinchenko represents a really excellent signing. And again, Mikel Arteta will know him inside out from his days at Manchester City. For me, just a perfect signing. So well done to Edu and Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta is certainly showing in his transfer window that he's got some pull in getting these type of players, because there were a lot of clubs in for Zinchenko. Lots of clubs. West Ham were pushing. There was many other clubs as well. But Zinchenko has chosen to come to Arsenal, and I think that is a really, really positive signing. But who else is going to be joining him? That is what we want to know. Who do Arsenal turn to next? We heard Mikel Arteta the other day say there's a few more signings to be made. So he didn't say there's one more to be made. A few more. Are they going to turn their attentions maybe to this guy, Lucas Paqueta? Now, Arsenal have been heavily linked with Paqueta. We've been talking about this one for days. And when I've been talking about it, I've been talking about how Lyon You know, as we know, they are driving a hard bargain for him, and are looking for a fee of around about £60 million. But according to the French publication Media Foot today, they're saying that valuation could go right down, and they may be willing, Leon, to let Paqueta go for around about £34 million. Now, according to the report, they're saying for out of respect for the player, they wouldn't stand in his way for him to get a big move. We know that Paqueta has already said, he hasn't stated the club, but he says, I want to play in the Premier League. There's two clubs heavily interested in him, Arsenal, Newcastle. Arsenal, of course, we know they've got that Brazilian connection with Edu. Could this be the next deal that comes in? A Brazilian international who's a regular for Brazil, exciting player, scores goals, creates assists, can play in multiple positions in that attacking midfield position, and right on the right side and on the left side. Could this be the next signing, or will it be Yuri Tielemans? Again, lots of chatter around this one yesterday. David Ornstein saying that he feels this could be the next one that Arsenal turn to, and that seems to be the train of thought with a lot of people. Brendan Rodgers was chatting about Tielemans earlier on in the week and admitted that it's going to be really difficult to keep hold of him. Said all the usual things that, you know, he's training, he's being professional, he's not, you know, but no new deal yet signed for Tielemans. 1 year left on his contract. There is no way Leicester City are going to let this run down and let him walk away for free. They will sell him. Are Arsenal playing a waiting game on Yuri Tielemans, or are they going to move for him next? David Ornstein suggesting that maybe there needs to be a couple of outgoings first before they move for Tielemans. There certainly doesn't seem to be any rush on Tielemans, and right at the start of the transfer window, you would have thought that this may be the top priority for Arsenal, but no movement as of yet. So could it be Yuri Tielemans, or maybe Sergej Milinkovic-Savic? Again, another player heavily linked with Arsenal. Calcio Mercato, the Italian publication, claiming a couple of days ago that Arsenal made a bid of £42.3 million. That's 50 million euros, but this was rejected by Lazio. Now, will Arsenal return with a bigger offer to try and get this deal done? Again, he would represent a fantastic signing, and I think fans would be really, really happy with that. But will Arsenal go back in and try and get Milinkovic-Savic? Who do you guys want? Who do you guys want Arsenal to sign next? Maybe you're thinking of somebody else. I mean, and what else do we need? Because, you know, we've made some very good signings so far, but what else do we need? I would still like to see an attacking midfielder, and I still think somebody across that front three that can score goals, another goal scorer added to the squad. And that's why Tielemans, for me, makes great sense. Milinkovic-Savic would make great sense as well. But I think Tielemans, as a player that's played in the Premier League, makes perfect sense. And somebody like a Paqueta or, you know, Leroy Sané, that was suggested during the week. He doesn't really, you know, at this stage want to leave Bayern Munich, because it doesn't seem any indications he is going to leave. But somebody of that ilk would be really, really exciting. Of course, players are going to have to leave. When I look at the list of players that are earmarked to go, really, I was looking at it earlier. Hector Bellerin, Pepe, definitely looks like he's going to be on the move. I see more clubs looking at Pepe today. West Ham, the latest, as well as Leicester. You got Valencia. I mean, a whole host of clubs looking at him. A whole host of clubs looking at Bellerin. Pablo Mari, a whole host of clubs looking at Pablo Mari as well. Bernd Leno, we know, lined up to go to Fulham. They're just trying to thrash out those deals. So there are going to be outgoings, which will bring a bit more money in. Hopefully that will be used on one or two big signings. But I've liked how Arsenal have operated in the transfer window so far. Couple more and we could be looking at a really fantastic window. So, listen, thanks for watching the show. Heading out to Florida. We're going to be, don't worry, we'll still be doing Transfer Daily every single day from over there in America. And we'll be bringing you some excellent coverage here on AFTV of Arsenal's trip over there in Florida. You want to find out what's going on, make sure you keep it locked here on AFTV. But thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow.